Hey there, guys. I hope you're doing great as always out there. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something, kind of get it off my chest. I felt like Financial Education 3 was the right place to kind of post a video like this where I'm just kind of talking on the fly about kind of my feelings about the stock market right now, stocks, things like that. Today's Thursday. I didn't even record a video today. I just didn't feel like it, to be quite frank. I just really don't like what I'm seeing in the market right now, and it just has me feeling, a little embarrassed about where the market's at, a little embarrassed about the approach that I'm seeing in the market right now, and I'm just kind of like, I just almost have a little bit of despise toward the stock market right now because of a lot of the individuals that are in the market and the approach that's in the market right now. And it's just like disgusting. Being somebody that's been in this market for a long, long time, I'm just like super disappointed in kind of like people's way of going about the market right now, their ignorance to the market right now, their arrogance toward the market right now, and everything I'm kind of seeing out there. So, right now we're in a market where it's only about the upside. It's all about the next 10x stock. It's all about the next big SPAC. It's all about the next call option. It's all about the next stock that's about to shoot up tomorrow. And everything is so short-sighted, gambling decision, gambling mentality things right now. And I'm just so disappointed with kind of where the market's at right now. And a lot of people don't even understand that they're leading themselves down a route of gambling addiction. And I know it's fun to talk about, the person that does call option play and makes a bunch of money or lose a bunch of money and the whole Wall Street bets thing, and then everybody has a good laugh. But they don't really understand that a lot of individuals right now are literally getting gambling addiction. And they're leading to a place that's not going to be healthy for them or their families long term, just flat out. There's a difference between investing in the market and gambling in the market. And what I'm seeing right now is a massive move toward gambling in the market. People that really aren't there to invest in the market, aren't there to make business decisions, aren't there to judge fundamentals of companies, aren't there to make, beautiful diversified portfolios of great companies. They're simply there to gamble money. And we're in a market right now where it's all about the next Tesla, the next Neo, the next this and that. And there's a difference between a healthy market where that's happening and an unhealthy market where that's happening. And let me be very clear, right now we're in an unhealthy market where that's happening because people are grasping for straws right now on everything's gonna be the next Tesla. Everything's gonna be the next Netflix. And I see it day in and day out. I see it in the comments section. I see it in Stock Hub. I see it in DMs. I'm seeing it everywhere. Everybody is convinced they have the next Tesla stock on their hand. Every next SPAC is going to be the next massive SPAC where they double up, triple up, quadruple up their money. You can't speak to people right now about having a well-rounded portfolio, a diversified portfolio. You can't talk about judging a business on growth rates and judging a business on PEs and forward PEs and price to sales. You can't talk about any of that. You can't talk about balance sheets right now. No one wants to hear about a balance sheet right now. No. Right now we're in this market where it's just all about who can hype out a stock the most. What CEO can just give a vision out there. Let's all buy into it. It's nothing about the proof. It's nothing about looking deeply into the company and what technology they actually have, what they can actually do. It's just about the hype storm. And that's the market we're in right now. And usually in a normal stock market, you always have a certain amount of individuals that are involved in that type of activity. And it's usually manageable. But right now we have an epic proportion of individuals. And the worst thing about it is some of these individuals have made money recently because the NASDAQ is up, over 50% or something like that, literally since March, right? And the market's gone up so much that a ton of stocks have gone up so much. And it leads to this ignorance and this arrogance from a lot of folks out there that think they know what they're doing and think they know oh, this is the next Tesla, this is the next Tesla, this is the next Netflix, this is the next Amazon, blah, blah. And it's like they don't really have any experience in the market. They don't really know how to judge companies. They're just going off the hype cycle. And Going off the hype cycle works in a hype time. And it works when the NASDAQ goes up 50% in a matter of 9 or 10 months. It works. It doesn't work over time. And so I'm just kind of seeing it right now. And I see kind of some of the pushback if I try to talk about like diversified portfolios and like having some cash around and try to talk about some of these things. I see pushback, and I see the ignorance and the arrogance of a lot of individuals who think it's just YOLO option time and think it's just, this thing and that thing. And I'm just like, can we just take a chill pill for a minute? Can we just relax for a minute? And like I said, it's not like it's a small group over here. It's not like it's a small group. I'm talking, this is a massive group of individuals right now in the market. Like I said, it's usually manageable because it's like, oh, it's just some people over here. Right now, it's like, and it's in your face. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this. I know there's a lot of you guys that feel this as well. And you see what's going on in the market, and you see the type of activity a lot of these individuals are involving themselves with, going all in stocks, going all in margin, going all in option plays, going all in these SPACs, going all in whatever stock tells the best story. Doesn't even have to matter about the fundamentals. The financials, who looks at the financials? Right now it's all about the story. And the P&D plays. All that stuff, man. It's rampant right now. It really is. And it has tech bubble-y type vibes. And, it's usually been a scary thing to even bring that up in the past, but it's the truth. And so right now I kind of feel like a person that it is like by a river, and I watch people walk by this river all day, and some people don't understand how to get across the river, and I'm like, oh, you need to go on that bridge over there. That bridge is going to take you. You won't fall in or something like that. But I feel like right now we got a gauntlet of people in the market right now that went over one river very recently, and now they think they know how to manage this next river, and they're like, oh no, I don't need to listen to you. I'm just going to go on this bridge over here. And they don't realize that bridge is going to lead them right into the water, and it's going to fall over, right? And so it's just kind of like a disappointing kind of market vibe I feel right now in the overall stock market. And it's leading actually me to kind of say, dang, man, I'm not as hyped to make videos as I usually would be around stocks in the market. And that's rare for me to feel like that. But I'm just like, it's everywhere, man. I watch everything, and I see what's happening, and I see it all going on. And it's just going to lead to a lot of people being hurt very bad. It's going to lead to a lot of bad taste in mouth. It's going to lead to a lot of people thinking the stock market's a scam, and it's just a big scam. That's what it's going to lead to ultimately. And that's what a lot of people felt after the tech bubble. A lot of people felt like after the tech bubble, because a lot of people got in the highs in 99 and into early 2000, the market just fell off a cliff. And I'm not saying that's going to necessarily happen, but even a 20% drop in the market, I don't think a lot of people are even prepared for what that's going to do to a lot of these super speculative companies and what that's going to do to their wealth. And it's going to lead a lot of folks to have a very jaded view of the market. And what happened with the tech bubble, it led massive groups of investors to never get involved with the market because they saw what happened in the tech bubble, and they saw the market go down for 2 or 3 straight years. And they saw how much money was lost from a lot of investors. And so it basically put people in a position where a lot of them just felt negative vibes from the stock market. Oh, I'm not going to invest in the stock market. And so a lot of people didn't invest in the stock market. And a lot of people went into, a lot of people started gambling money in real estate, right? And real estate got pumped up like crazy. Next thing you know, real estate bubble. Boom. It popped in, 07 and 09. A lot of markets didn't bottom until 2011. And, it was really bad in my city, Vegas, right? I wasn't living out here back then, but I heard the stories once I moved out here and talking to realtors because I was involved in the real estate industry when I first got out here with my real estate marketing company. I heard the stories, about people getting, second mortgage, third mortgage, fourth mortgage, and it was about the greed, and let's houses are just going up to the moon, and it's not going to fall, and it's easy 50K. And the way people were talking, same way people are talking right now. This is the next easy money play. This stock. It's like I've never even heard of some of these companies people are talking about. I've never even heard of them, but they're the next one to go to the moon. They're the next one to skyrocket. They're the next one we're going to double up tomorrow on. That stock's going up 50% tomorrow. It's like, oh, what do they actually do? I don't know. You won't believe, and this is where the arrogance and the ignorance comes in. These people will hype out a company without ever actually knowing what the hell the company does with its fundamentals underlying in the business. I'm seeing it. People are like, I just put 50K in the stock. I just put 40K in the stock. Just put 60K. And then I'll be like, oh, what's your bullish thesis on that? Well, it's so funny because they'll try to make up a little BS around it. And then I'll look into the company and where the company actually gets their revenues from, if they're getting revenues. Some of these aren't. And I'll actually look into this stuff. And these people have no clue about this company. And I'll do literally 15 or 20 minutes of research. And already in that 15 or 20 minutes, I already know they have no clue what they're talking about with this stock. But yet they think they know what they're talking about with this stock. And it's like, dude, you don't even know about the how this company actually makes money. You don't even know about what makes this company's technology special or not special. You don't even know about this company's competitors. And that's the market we're in right now. That is the stock market we are in right now. And I always knew this day would come. I always knew we'd eventually get in this type of market. And I'm really interested. This is what I'm really interested in. And I was talking to one of my main men today, and I was really talking to him about this. And I was like, I'm really interested to see what happens in a stock market that doesn't just crash real fast, but that just slowly bleeds for months and months and months, where it just goes down a bit one month, and then a bit more the next month, and a bit more the next month, and a bit more the next month. And it just consistently goes down for several months in a row. I'm interested to see how investors are going to react in that sort of market. I really am. That's going to be the telltale sign. Because what happened in March, there was just a quick crash and then straight back up. Quick crash, straight back up. But I'm really interested to see if it's a market that bleeds for many days, not just many days in a row, many weeks and months in a row. How does an investor react to that? What happens if we have a downtrending market for 2 years straight, a bear market? I'm really just interested to see how many people really get out of this market and how many people get jaded and how many people are talking about the stock market's a scam. Really interested to see that. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. It is. Because what's happening now is you're getting, you had this huge initial flood of people that got in the market March, April, May, that have had it drilled in their brain. Next time stock market crashes, get in the market. And so a ton of them got in the market. A ton of them made money. And now they're telling all their friends and family members, oh man, it's so easy to make money in the stock market. I just made 80% last year. I just made 30% last year. I just made 60% last year. And meanwhile, all those people are seeing that and they're like, Dumbo over here made 45%. I'm 10 times smarter than him. I'm going to kill it even more. I'm going to get way more than 45%. I didn't even know you can make that much in the stock market. That guy's an idiot. And he made 45%. Imagine what I'm going to make. And so those people start piling in the stock market. And then when the stock market switches and they don't get 45% and they get negative 7% because they didn't really know what they were doing and they got into some really bad stocks at some really bad prices that were highly speculative, and that story didn't quite work out. And by the way, already seeing it in a few SPACs already where it was a deal that was supposed to go through, it falls through, stock falls 30+%. Already starting to see it a little bit. Never mind if it gets amped up, okay? And those are going to be the folks that are like, oh yeah, stock market's a scam. Where's this great stock market everybody's talking about? I lost 7% on the market. I lost 17%. I lost 30%. And never mind, like I spoke about, the gambling addiction part. That's no one really talks about that. People talk about drug addiction. People talk about alcohol, alcoholics, alcohol addiction, things like that. No one really talks about gambling addiction because a lot of people maybe haven't been affected by it. I grew up in a family where people as close to me as possible were affected by gambling. And sometimes you can't really talk practical to somebody that has gambling addiction. They're just about the thrill of that action. And the worst part is with somebody that's suffering from gambling addiction is if they win some money in the short term, you really can't talk to them because they're just so far over on that side, you can't even speak to them. It's like the Kanye West song, wait till I get my money right, y'all can't tell me nothing, right? That's how, people with bad gambling addiction have it, essentially. And that's happening in the stock market right now. I can promise you that. It is. And a lot of people aren't even realizing it's going to happen to them. And it's going to lead to them losing their money. It's going to, lead to them losing a lot of things. Let's just put it that way, okay? A lot of families have been broken up over gambling addiction. People don't really have a clue how bad it can get when some people get it. And it's going to happen to some folks. I can promise you that. And it's going to happen to a lot of folks, more than we've seen in past times. And so, that's kind of where I'm thinking about right now, and that's just kind of why I'm a little bit not as motivated. I guess not as motivated to just like make stock market videos right now. It's kind of like, it's really like I have to really pump myself up to make a video right now if it's in relation to stocks in the market. And it's been like that for the past few weeks. And it's continuing like that right now. And so I personally think the best thing that could happen in the stock market right now would be a stock market that goes down for a few months. I think if this hot market stays going and the SPACs stay flying up, I think it is going to lead to a way worse situation. I'm talking on the gambling addiction side, and I'm talking on just the losses. I'm talking about the people that will think the stock market's a scam. And it's just a money suck. So I personally am actually hoping the market downtrends for a bit, because it's the best thing we need right now. It's the best thing. It will just get a lot worse if the market stays hot and it just goes up and up and up. It will get worse. The bubble will get bigger. The arrogance will get bigger. The ignorance will get bigger. And from the type of folks that, you can't really have getting like that. So, and it'll lead to a worse situation of blind leading the blind. And it'll be all about risk, risk, risk. And it will hurt a lot worse in the downfall. So that's the way I'm thinking about things. Just want to be quite frank with you guys on my feelings about this right now. Hope you guys appreciate it. If you don't mind, smash the thumbs up. Just want to give my 2 cents on this and kind of talk with you guys on just one-on-one level. That's about it. Anyways, peace. Have a great night.